And a format where I used to say has 20 plus decks, I no longer believe that. I
Oh,
think
I
that,
don't believe that at all. Yeah, I was with you at one point. I'm like, yo, every deck's pretty good. And then
yeah,
the more you play, you're like, damn, this deck's ass.
yep. I used to be heavy on the Sky Scorcher Nolaris deck, right? Like I used to
Mm-hmm.
believe that that was a really, really good deck. And then after playing it so many times and being disappointed because I lost to my deck just crapping out on me. Like I just opened unplayable Red Eyes, Sky Scorcher Nolaris, Phantom of Chaos, Gold Sark, Heavy Storm, and I don't get 2 turns because my opponent realizes what I'm playing when I play Gold Sark and go for Future Fusion. And they're like, oh, absolutely fucking not. You got me fucked up. You got me
Yeah.
at you. If you think you're gonna just get that and like have no defense, like you're just gonna pass and do that, like, oh, I'm a madman. Summon Shore, summon Bora, summon Gale, attack, 5,000, go. Like that's the game.
Yes.
I started
You got
running
one
into.
turn. You got one
Yes,
turn.
people become like zombies. Same thing. Flip Goblin Zombie now. Summon Diva. Like start putting it
I
in.
think
And I was like,
Zombies is also like really, really good. I think
oh,
Zombies is like a top 3 deck.
I think Zombies is up there as well. I hate the deck now though, because like I just uploaded an episode our Patreon where I'm outraged. I was playing Nazar's zombie deck, his Edison deck, and we ended up winning like a lot of our matches or whatever on the master and pupil thing. But it was so frustrating how hard the games were. Like games that seemed so clear that we were going to win, just disasters abound. Like disasters were fucking abound, and I couldn't deal with it, and I just started losing my absolute shit. So the newest episode 7, I believe it is really entertaining. So please watch that one if you're on our Patreon. I literally had a meltdown. Like I was gonna edit it out. I had a meltdown. Like I was like, this deck fucking sucks. I'm sick of this shit. Why don't people
Kenny's
play
dying
this?
right now.
Yo, Kenny is loose. Because he knows how I get. Like
Uh-huh.
the thing is, most people don't get to see that side of me because it's funny. I'm kind of like two different people. And in person, when I play Yu-Gi-Oh, right, you will never see me lose my shit. Really, like it's very rare to see me actually rage out or like have a moment like that. But when I'm at home in the comfort of my living room or my bedroom or whatever, playing Dueling Book, and there's a microphone in front of me, I just let it go. I just let all of my thoughts that I normally would never say in person, I just let them fucking rip. Because the other part is that the guy is not in front of me, so I don't want to. Because I'm not like I don't want to be
Yeah,
rude.
you're not trying to disrespect the guy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to just be an asshole to some guy because I'm losing in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right,
But
right,
if
right.
I'm gonna do you fucking bozo,
Yeah, this
you
guy's
really top
ass.
deck
Like,
brain control, you fucking bitch. How dare you one outing motherfucking like I
yeah.
just let them have it. And I was like, this deck sucks. I'm never playing zombies
I'm never
again. I
playing
don't
this
know.
shit again.
I was
Yeah.
like, you guys
Delete this
are
shit off my
all
fucking account.
everyone is delusional as fuck. This deck is garbage. One Caius and you're out the game. Good luck with your 2-card combo deck. Like, hope to see you in bracket, loser. I let it go. I love Stango even said after because he was dying after the session, he was like, you need to upload just this as a clip. Like this, he's like, this just needs to be a clip on YouTube of you losing your mind. I was like, absolutely not. He's like, I'm telling you, this needs to be a clip. So, but yeah, that is I agree with you though. If I'm being realistic and out of my feelings about it, like zombies are insane in the format.
Mhm. And
So
was nobody playing it back then? Is it just like not a deck at like Edison?
it's not a deck. It's funny. Neither is
That's
fairies.
so interesting. I knew fairies wasn't. That makes
Fair,
sense though. It's a weird deck.
Dragon Turbo, fairies, Norlaris. I want to say like the real refined Norlaris decks that we have in 2022, like Norlaris, fairies, the Frog Hero Monarch deck. I think Diva Hero in general wasn't real.
No
Um,
way. Yeah, no
I
way.
looked at the top 16 deck list from Edison's Shonen Jump Championship in 2010.
How many played Deep Sea Diva in the top 16?
I don't know if it was in any deck.
That's
There
crazy.
are
That
more
card is broken.
there are more Flanville Fire Dogs in Top Cut than there are Deep Sea Divas. There are 0 Upstart Goblins in the entire Top Cut. There are 0 Upstart Goblins in the entire Top Cut. There are more Gadget decks than there are Blackwing decks in Top Cut.
What? Really?
There's one Blackwing deck in the entire Top Cut. There's
No
one.
way.
Bro,
Really?
it is the Twilight Zone. Looking back at how awful all Yu-Gi-Oh players were in 2010 is jarring. It's so jarring how bad we were as a community, as a group. We have to all take accountability, except the fucking Charles Ray Taylors of the group who were like in 2014. But like everyone else who was complicit and played the game in 2010, if you played the game at that time, you need to like seek compensation for the damage that was done to us as a group that we were allowed to play such bad decks. Like, for example, the deck that won the tournament, everyone agrees is just not good. And this is no disrespect to Jeff Jones at all because he won the event. Shout out to him. But like that deck will never win another Edison tournament. Like it just
I think
won't.
it could. I think it could win.
I hard disagree. Do you know what it has to go through now? The decks have gotten so much better, bro. They've gotten so much better.
It can still win though. Anything can win.
Nope.
I am literally the poster boy of anything and anybody can win.
You listen, I thought that too, Scott, and then I played way too many Blackwing decks. I play way too many zombie decks. I play way too many frog decks, and I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're a pot of avarice, you're a one-trick pony, because that's what the deck is. It's like a pot of avarice deck.
Pot of avarice and they draw 2 normal summons. It's literally like I used to get so mad when they'd avarice me, and then I'd be like, they probably just avarice for like Ryko Hamster. It's like that's like 3 turns down the road. I'll be fine.
Sometimes worse than that. I played a guy at the Philly Regional this weekend, Edison side event, and we're grinding. I'm playing Blackwings, of course. We're grinding. We're having a decent game. Game 2, I won game 1 real quick. In game 2, he rips a pot. He rips a pot while we were pretty close in card advantage. So now he's about to just start. I think he was like +1, but he was on the draw, so it was like not a real +1. And then he rips right, and so then he rips a pot, and now he's like +2. It looks like he's +2 on me, and
that hurts. That hurts, man.
Oh, I was shook until so right before he did that, he went discard Titanial for either quick draw or for something. I forget what it was. He goes pot avarice, and I'm like, damn, that was nice because now she's back in the deck. Until when he drew Titanial again and went tribute summon for Titanial.
Oh God, yes.
And I was like, oh, so you
that plus just went away.
I was like, oh, so that just didn't happen. And that like stuff like that, like Titanial as a concept, right? Is she's don't get me wrong, she is broken, but like she's also just terrible at the same time. Like your deck playing that card is so bad. Like she's so bad.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. The world hasn't heard from me for I don't know an hour. Because I guess 30 people got shot outside and there was sirens going crazy. But luckily they stopped right as Frazier mentioned Titanial. I just want to quickly say that card is I fucking hate that card. I've played
Monarchs, right?
I play Monarchs and
I'd hate that card too.
I don't play her anymore. I've gone out of I cheat. I will not play her, and I hate dead cards. And like obviously you can draw like cards can be dead. But I hate cards that are always there. I don't like playing garnets. Like she's a garnet, and you know what I mean. Like I don't like playing.
She's the epitome of a garnet.
Like I hate playing garnets. I cannot do it.
Garnet is better than her. I'm not even joking. Garnet can be summoned, right?
It's a 1900 beater.
Yeah, Garnet is a 1900 beater because you know how broken Titania would be if she was a 1900 beater with that effect. Like that would actually.
Oh, that card would be nice.
Yeah, like they would actually do something. It's like, oh, you can't.
Foolish normal summon Titania pass.
Oh my
God,
that would
be really nice.
Are you kidding? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I play 3 copies.
So
insane. Insane. She'd be limited. Actually, is what really.
Yeah.
Like, she would not be at 3. But yeah, no.
I hate her.
Vanilla is actually better. That because just how often you're gonna need a 1900 monster, like 1900 vanilla in Edison format is actually not terrible. Alias is playable. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Alias is insane.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like, while I hard disagree that plants could win, I'm also half joking because technically Scott is right. Like any deck could win. I just don't see it the same way.
It is hard to deal if Blackwings keep becoming more popular. I think. That matchup's hard. Plants versus Blackwings is so hard.
It is by far one of the most abysmal matchups you'll ever play. It is unwinnable in reality.
It makes you feel like you're really bad at the game, even if you're not. Like you just can't do anything.
It is one of the most one-sided fistfights you'll ever experience. It's really a bad matchup, but it's not even just that. Decks that didn't exist also randomly check that deck. Like frogs just randomly beat quick draw decks, like just the newer frog decks, like the new substitute, like the mindset of absolute zero being in these decks now, and how much advantage they get off of dupe blocking you. Like what the fuck does the quick draw deck do to a dupe block? Like it is a really hard situation for that deck to deal with. Like they have to set a Ryko, but like setting a Ryko against Monarchs is probably the worst feeling you could ever do. Like when you're playing,
probably better to not set the Ryko.
It is, but like you're playing quick draw, like you play double hamster 3 Rykos. You have like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, this is a better have it situation.
It's a better have situation. And so these decks that didn't exist, zombies did not exist. Like it did not exist. And Book of Life is a card. Like Book of Life simply exists. Book of Life breathes. And your fucking quick draw deck is like, what do I do? Like, how do I deal with that? And there's just a lot of those kind of issues now that the game has changed. Also, to be clear, the SJC 75th, the Edison SJC, Gadgets got second.
Which is insane. That deck is not good.
Can I just say that Gadgets have not done a single thing this entire year? Like, this entire 2022 of Edison format, there have been so many tournaments. Gadgets will never get to the finals of a fucking tournament, Edison.
That I will agree with you with.
A real tournament, though. Not just some fucking 28-person tournament that's like, okay, like, sure, you know, take that. But like a real tournament, like, I don't ever see Gadgets getting to the finals of a tournament with the way people understand Edison format now, where Cyber Dragon's in every side deck, Chimera Tech's in every extra deck. Also, the deck is just actually not good. Set Hamster walls off your entire deck.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck are you supposed to do when they go Set Hamster? Like, what happens? You start like you fall apart. You start pulling your hair. It is one of the worst matchups. Also, every deck that just plays Hamster and like Ryko and stuff like that, just pick off your back rows and kill all your little shitty guys. You lose. And like that is only a part of the reason, but it's interesting to look at how bad, because the original conversation was like, what topped the actual event? And there's only one Blackwing deck. There's like multiple Glabbies decks, I'm pretty sure. There's multiple like gadgets and plants and all type shit like that. But
the only thing that sticks out to me, the only thing that I remember from that top cut is Billy's Caliber Cat deck.
Also,
that deck is hot ass. So it's just crazy to me that he got top 4 with that.
It is literally not a deck. Do you understand that because there are so many fucking frogs in the format, you can't play Doom Caliber Knight? You cannot play Doom Caliber Knight in a format where Treeborn Frog is going to be literally 2 of your game. 2 of your rounds are going to be against frogs. If we were to have a YCS today in Edison format, which I'm praying one day does happen. If there was an Edison format YCS, you could not play Doom Caliber Knight in your main deck. It would just be ludicrous. Like, Treeborn Frog is going to come up in 2 out of your 10 or 11 rounds. 100%. Like, somebody's going to play.
Vayu. Don't forget about Vayu also.
Oh, yeah. Vayu.
Destroys Doom Caliber Knight.
Card Trooper being a lot.
It's bad. That card's just bad. Like, it's just bad. It is good versus Ryko, but like, it's bad versus like literally everything else.
Amazing, but so is everything against Ryko. So Ryko's not good. Like, Ryko is not good anymore. It's to the point where like the deck that people are playing, there's just, again, there's a lot of Blackwings, there's a lot of these frog decks, and there's a lot of zombies. And Ryko is just not. It's just not the fantasy against those decks. Like, honestly, it's just not. It's the follow up with your Ryko. Like, if you do Ryko and Takaias and stuff like that, but Ryko by itself is not as strong as, you know. And also, you need to be going first. Because the real reason why I think Ryko's not that good is not just because of its effect, because its effect is great. It makes Dupe Frog miss timing, it makes Dimensional Alchemist miss timing, it does a lot of things, but the problem with it is that going second with Ryko in your hand just feels gross. It just feels gross. And that by itself makes me not really like the card. Like, I hate going second and having to set a monster like that. It just doesn't feel good. But that, you know, there's Edison format is just so complex and so fun.
It's fun. That's like the main reason I'm liking playing. Like, I'm playing like 20 matches a day. I'm like,
I love that.
This is fun.
Whoa! If you're playing 20 matches a day, Scott, then you need to do the 2 master series with me. We're 2 YCS champions here. You need to do a 2 masters where we pick a deck. It could be anything. We pick a deck, we go on Duel Book, and we just literally play randoms. It's so fun too.
Yeah, that's literally what I do.
It's so good.
Literally what I do. Period.
It's so good. So yeah, we're definitely going to record 2 masters. That's something that we can 100% run. But so we spent a lot on Edison format, and I do want to talk about a couple other things. So we didn't like. I'm pretty sure I cut you off earlier when you were talking about your actual YCS win, like, which is crazy because that was over an hour ago now. But like,
that is crazy. There's literally so much I could say. That tournament was. I don't have words. And like,
hey guys, if you like this clip, we have full video versions of our podcast episodes available on the I Am Nerd Patreon, as well as exclusive content.
If you'd like to listen to our full podcast episodes or find us on any other social media platforms, you can do so by clicking the link tree below.